All right. What's up, guys? RK here with Purpose Concepts, and we are jumping back into the How to Get Your Business Website to the Top of Google part 4. And again, in part 1, we talked about market research, right? You need to find out what your customers are actually searching for, the problems that they're trying to solve. Step 2, you create a site around the problems that they're trying to solve. So you don't make your website about you, you make your website about the problems that your customers are having so that they know that you can solve them, right? Step 3, in the last video, we talked about site promotion because unfortunately, just because you build a website doesn't mean that people are going to come to it, right? You have to be able to promote it, get it to the top of Google, do different promotional types of things to get people coming to your website. And again, we don't track hits. We want relevant visitors to our website that are trying to solve the problem that our product or service solves, right? Now, step 4 is about conversion, right? Because I want to know how many people come to my site actually take the action that I want them to take. So it all starts conversion on your website. It all starts with knowing your numbers, right? So you have to have some sort of tracking on your website so you know how to figure out your numbers, right? So, for example, Google offers a thing called Google Analytics. You put Google Analytics on your site, then you know how many people come to your site every month. Now, the second thing that you need to know is what is the conversion action that you actually want your visitors to take. For a local business, it would probably be something like, I would like them to call me. So you need to know, if I take 100 people and they come to my website, I need to know how many of those 100 people will actually call me. And that becomes your conversion rate. So let's say that 100 people come to your website in a month and 10 people call you. That means you have a 10% conversion rate, right? Then you need to know how many of those 10 people, when they call you, will actually become a customer. So let's say that from those 10 people that call you, one person will become a customer. So you know that for every 100 people that come to your website, one person will become a customer, which means you basically have a 1% conversion rate, right? So your first number is from the 100 visitors, 10 people call. From those 10 people, we have a 10% conversion rate. One person will actually become a customer. So if you don't know your numbers, you can't actually grow your business, right? So we need to know these numbers. So the first thing, know your numbers. Then we got to start jumping into these different conversion tests that we can do. So the first thing that I like to say is every page of your website should have only one job that you want it to do. Only one. You know, I look at people's web pages. You know, a website is basically a compilation of web pages, and I have no clue what it is they want me to do. Do they want me to read something? Do they want me to share it on Facebook? Do they want me to call them? Do they want me to add my email in? I mean, there's like there's like 50 things that you can do. You want me to click and read another article? Do we want? I mean, who knows? And so if it's unclear, your customers will not take the action that you want them to take, right? So you need to know exactly what you want your website visitors to do, and you need to make it as clear as possible. So what I like to do is I like to take people over to Amazon, right? And I say, where is the buy button on Amazon? I mean, let's go look over there now. All right, so I pulled up Amazon here and I pulled up a product. I pulled up the Fire tablet. So let me ask you a question. Where is the button to buy the Fire tablet? It's always over here on the right hand side. And what color is the button? It's always this kind of yellow orange color. And what does the button say on it? It says add to cart, right? So Amazon has, I mean, like a gajillion visitors to their website every single day. And don't you think that they have conversion tested the wazoo out of their traffic, right? They want to know what's the best thing that we can do to make it the easiest, the most likely that they're going to buy once they come to our site. And so, whatever action it is that you want your visitors to take, if it's call now, or if it's add an email, or if it's a read this, I say the conversion action that you want them to take should always be in the upper right hand corner of your website, and if at all possible, make it a yellow color, right? This yellow orange color. So we're going back to the mind map. So we have one page, one job. We want to make sure that that conversion action that we want them to take is always in the upper right hand corner, right? Then we need to start testing and tracking what actually is working, what isn't working, right? So again, you got to know your numbers. So there's this book called 101 Split Tests, I think it is called, by Russell Brunson and DCS Labs, right? Great book if you can ever pick it up. And it's basically a book of a bunch of different split tests that they found or read, and this is one of them. So on one website, it was actually Dan McGrady from DMIX.ca. So he wanted to test a green button versus a red button, right? So one simple test that he ran got him a 34% increase in his conversions, right? 34% increase doing one simple thing, changing the colors. I mean, I wonder what would happen if he changed it to that Amazon yellow button, right? So he also tested this get started now, like what it says on the button. You know, you could read this down here. You know, at first it was sign up for free. He changed it to get started now, saw a little bit bump of a conversion. Then he tested this green button versus the red button. And in this instance, the red button won, 34% increase, right? So what on your website can you change and create another version of and test, right? And again, you need to know your numbers so that you know what's working, right? Next one. This was a product that this lady Kimberly Snyder was doing, and this was on her video sales page. And you'll see what she did up here at the top. She put her add to cart button at the top of the video, which is crazy. Everyone always puts it down, but the video, I guess, was so good that people weren't scrolling down and clicking the button. So she said, well, what happens if I put it up at the top? Look what happened when she put it up at the top. 38% increase. 38% increase in sales is because she switched the spot of her button on her website, which is crazy. So again, this won't necessarily always work for you, what they're finding is, but it's just showing you some things that you can test and tweak to see if it works. Look at this one. So this was the control page. They put a big smiling customer in the background. And look what happened. They had a 103% increase in conversions by putting a big smiling customer behind, as the background. That's crazy. 103%. That means twice as many people bought this product using this page as this page, right? Put a smiling customer, a customer who use your product and they're behind your sales message, whatever it is. Crazy. Isn't that a crazy test? So, last one. This one, he tested just one single buy now button, and he changed it from just a buy now button to a buy now and a free trial. Look what happened. They had 158% more signups adding that free trial button. Now, of course, you click the free trial button. That doesn't mean that every single person is going to become a customer, but guess what that does mean? You have way more people signing up. Even if they're on a free trial, a lot more people will stay on than if you just had one button. So, crazy, right? 158% increase. So let's go back to... So these are all different things that you can test. You can test follow-up messages. If you're going to capture emails, you can test different email sequences. You can have automated autoresponder emails. So all these things will help you in your conversion. So that's the end of this 4-part training. So again, market research, then create your site around your customers' problems that you solve, then promote your site in all these different channels. And then finally, once you get traffic to your site, you want to start testing and converting, testing conversion stats from the visitors to your website. Hope this helped you guys. Got any questions? ask away. All right, talk soon.